Hello vinyl freaks, it's the Danish record hunter here, and in this video I will not only tell you about one album but two, and it's by a Danish jazz rock band called Nada, and they have those two albums right here, the first one being a solo album by Jacobsen, and here they became a band, so here they are, Nada. Of course, let's talk about the first album, which is the solo album by Jacobsen. So Jacobsen is right here. He was the drummer in a Danish jazz rock band called Blue Sun, and they released two albums in the early 70s. Then there was some lineup changes, and they also released a later album in 1976, I think, which is very good. And so he became a member of Djursland Spillemænd, which is like this kind of psychedelic hippie folk rock group. And then he did the solo album, which is pretty much Blue Sun, because of what I read, it was like leftover material from Blue Sun that he recorded for this album, with lots of musicians who actually also appeared in Blue Sun. It's not particularly my favorite kind of jazz rock. I think there's some very good stuff on here, but it's not an album that I put on very often. There's like one very good track on this record that I really like is Markens Blomster. And that one has Tømrerclaus, this guy right here, on guitar. It's like this lengthy jam where it's pretty much a duel between the Tømrerclaus, which is Hendrix-like guitar playing, and also the saxophone. So it's a very cool track. It's really a freak out, and you know, Tømrerclaus, he goes apeshit with his manic playing on that track. So that one I really like, and that's like the track that I would put on and listen to if there's only one track that I wanted to hear from this album. Another funny fact is that the record was recorded and I also think produced in Tømrerclaus' own studio, which is called Karma Studio. And also Tømrerclaus, he had a record label too, which is called Karma Musik. And this record was not put out on Karma Musik, but was recorded in his studio, and I would say this has a very authentic, just back to the basics kind of sound, you know. I really like it. It sounds like the musicians just went into the studio, picked up their instruments and just started playing. As far as I know, this record has not been published before on YouTube, so now it's the time. So in a couple days you will get to listen to this record in its full length. I will upload it, so please enjoy it. And also, let's listen to some samples from the record. Bo Jacobsen's solo album Nada turned into the band Nada. It has, of course, some of the same musicians on here that also appeared on the record. One of my favorites here is Niels Pontoppidan, the guitarist. He also appears on this record. And the same thing with this record, I don't think Niels Pontoppidan really gets to show off a lot on this record. And that's actually disappointing for me, because I really like his playing. I really like his playing on the second Blue Sun album, and also he appeared in some other like kind of projects. One of them is a solo album by Kim Gustav, where he plays some a really mean solo on the opening track. And also he was in Charlatan-gruppen, which just talked about in my earlier videos, and he played some very awesome solos on the album Glemt for Verdens Verden, especially the track called Lærernes Sang. So listening to this record, it's a little like disappointing that he doesn't really get to show what a great guitarist he is. Of course, his playing is okay on this record. And also I like some of the material here, but it's really not my kind of jazz rock. But it has never been public before on YouTube, as far as I know, so I will make it available for you to hear. I hope you enjoyed my video, so please press subscribe and like, and see you next time.